was up there personally for about 18 months and found it really hard to adjust for yourself. First trip, how did you see it? How did you see it?
Our first time in Darwin. We prepped really well, and obviously Parfy's from there, so he worded us up on what the conditions would be like and how hot it would be. So we had been preparing for this game for a long time, and it's a beautiful place up there. I really enjoyed visiting. Warm, hot conditions. It was a great game to be a part of, opening the Sir Doug Nicholls round, and wasn't a result we were after, but if you ask me about Darwin as a place, it's a beautiful place.
How did you find the conditions during the game?
Hot, sweaty, wet weather type football. At times you can still grip the ball and kick and mark it. I think looking back on that, that's one thing the Suns did better than us, was still able to mark the ball and use their hands and kick forward rather than just, if it was a really wet weather game, of just booting it off the ground. I thought they played that really well. So, tough game. We didn't get it right, things to work on, but we're going to stay consistent in our approach each week.
Yeah, what was the vibe post-game? How disappointing was that? I know there's plenty of experienced players out, but still a competitive side there.
Exactly right. We were disappointed. We're not happy with our performance. We want to improve, and that's what we're going to work on. We're going to need to improve. So, the good thing about especially our coaching group and Scotty throughout my whole career with him, whether we have a purple patch and win a lot of games in a row, or whether we have a bit of down patch and have a couple of losses, he just remains constant. He's consistent in his approach. He stays composed and positive, and he's not naive to think we're going great. We need things to work on and we need to improve. But from him and the coach's point of view, he stays consistent, and I think that helps us as a team.
Just considering the conditions, could you almost just say that's a one-off? It's very rarely you're going to play in those types of conditions. Is that part of the review at some point?
Well, it's been my first game. I think the club's first game for a while in Darwin. So for that, I suppose, wouldn't be playing in those conditions often. We had a good game against Brisbane when it was raining all 4 quarters. So we weren't surprised at what was going to the conditions were going to be. We were prepped for it all. So. The league moves too quick and games happen too frequently, so we're going to look back on it, try and improve, but we've got GWS this week to look forward to.
It's a rarity that a team has a hold of you here at Community Park, but GWS do. They've won their last 3 against Gigi. Aside from it being a good side, what's made it tough to play against those games? Last couple of times they've beaten us, they've moved the ball really well. Around the ball as well, they've won the ball and going forward. So, they're probably going to come down here pretty confident. They played this deck really well. So, it's going to be a big task for us, and can sort of say it every week. But if we can get around the ball and the layers around that right, I think it'll go a long way. But they're going well at the moment. 6-day break in the 6-day break, now a 9-day break. Are the players enjoying that? I suppose that length between games, just a bit of a freshen up, just not physically but also mentally.
Yeah, it's a good time to reset, definitely. You sort of look for those breaks in games where you can just take a couple of days to yourself, take a breath, because it's a long season. So I personally stayed up in Darwin for an extra day or two. Parf showed me around his home, so I thought that was fantastic. What the club's asked of the players is then we come in Monday and we're ready to reset and go again. So it's a good time to sort of pause and see how we've gone the first 10 games, and now we've got to keep going now.
Could you go into a little bit of that experience? Did he take you down to Nightcliffe football ground and to his old club? Can you give us a little bit of colour from what you got up to in those 2 days in Darwin?
It's just him showing us where he grew up, what he used to do here, where he went there. He's got some good stories, Parfy, so it was really nice because obviously really good mates with him, and you just see that side of him and the way he's there. So it's a beautiful place, and we're really privileged that he got to show us that. And it was an ideal result. We wanted to win the game, but very proud of him, and they loved him up there. It was amazing. I think he had a set shot and he kicked a point, but behind the goals, someone was saying there was about 40 cameras all filming him. He's a bit of a rock star. So very privileged for him to be able to show us up there.
How have you rated your season?
athletes, but it's individually.
Individually, no, I think I've still got things to improve on. Definitely, yeah, I'm trying to have influence on games and work hard. I don't think I'm getting it all right at the moment, but I haven't had to with how we've been playing previous to the last sort of couple of weeks. So, yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the season, and yeah, personally, I want to continue to improve and have influence over games, which I think personally I haven't had as much as I have in previous seasons, which I'm trying to improve on.
In terms of the boys that can come back this week, how's Jez feeling? Is he all good to go?
I haven't seen Jez yet. I've first day back in the club, so he's probably just having a coffee down the rooms. But no, he'll be fine, mate. See how he goes. Obviously this week, still got to tick off a few things, and they'll give him right up to the game to make that call. So yeah, I haven't seen him yet though.